Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. I just did a general year reading for the world. It's not a prediction. It's what planets are, the energies are going to be prevalent during this next year. We're starting a natural year on the vernal equinox. And so I'm going to see what kind of year the royal family is going to have. And this is based on the ancient planetary system. So if you haven't seen that, I've got a playlist on that. You can watch and see what every 52 days, what is happening. So this is specifically for the royal family. Like I said, I just did one for the world overall, and that's on the other channel. I'll put a link down below for that. And this one's specifically for the royal family. The Buckingham Palace, the royal family overall. Let's see how their year is going to go. Now, when we do the yearly readings, we always start at the spring vernal equinox, and we start with the sun. Then we go to the moon, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, and Saturn. And I've got to cover boobies. All right. All right. What's up with the royal family for the natural Earth year, the natural planetary energies for the royal family. Remember, this is not a prediction. This is just what the planets have in store for the royal family in the natural year of the spring equinox 2025 until the spring equinox or the vernal equinox of 2026. The royal family overall, what can they expect this upcoming year? Okay, cards are ready. All right, so the sun is from March 20th to about May 11th or 12th. Wow, lots of success, working hard. They're working really hard. And when you think about it, you look at how Catherine is doing, and she's really, she looks so royal and so regal at the St. Patrick's Day. They're just going ahead and working hard. I heard today the king is going to go to Italy in April, and they're continuing as is. They're working on doing what they do best, being royal. That's what they're going to do. They're going to put their nose to the grindstone, and they're going to be actually really successful. The king really needs to turn his ship around. He's really getting bad vibes here in Canada. I've never seen anything like it before. There's been calls for, a lot of things that he's doing, and I think he needs to read the room in some respect. So this is telling me during the sun time, there's sometimes your best time for networking. I think that's what they're going to do. I think they're going to go back to basics, back to what they do, perhaps back off some of the political stuff, some of the WF stuff. Perhaps somebody's listening, and I think they're just going to work hard and be royals and not worry about some of the politics, mind their own business, right? Here, the Eight of Pentacles, he's minding his own business. So we might see some kind of turn like that for the royal family. Stay in your lane. That's what I'm hearing. All right, so moon time. Moon is about May 11th to about July 1st or 2nd. William is a moon. Wow, and here's a struggle. This, we might not see it, but there might be some internal struggles with them arguing and whatnot. There's some kind of struggle. It's not terrible, right? It's not a terrible struggle. It's not a 10 of Wands, but it's an active struggle. An active struggle. It could be anything about, we hear Charles and Andrew fighting about Royal Lodge, or, Harry or what's her name doing something. And so it's not going to be as peaceful, and they're not going to have the results that they wanted from their sun time. and working hard and staying in their lane and just being masterful at being royals, which is being not political. So I think that's what they're going to do. But it's not going to pay off. But the good thing is this is on the moon, and whatever's in the moon passes by very, very quickly. So for those 52 days, May 11th to about June 1st or 2nd, it's not going to be as peaceful as the time before. Clock agrees with me. Now Mars. So Mars is about July 2nd to about August 22nd-ish. And again, as I explained in the other video, planets don't wear watches and they don't watch calendars. When they exchange, when their programming is coming in for their energy, it's like a sunset and a sunrise. It happens over a couple of days. Okay, so now we have Mars. So it's not important that you know the exact date, just the timing, and then 2 to 3 days before, 2 to 3 days after. Okay, Mars, wow. 9 of Cups. Some kind of smugness, some kind of awards, some kind of wishes coming true. Now, this doesn't encompass Balmoral. I would almost then say that during this moon time, they're extremely busy, because that can be the 5 of Wands as well. It could be, you know, you're just very active. And so you get exhausted from busyness, especially in between 2 great cards, 2 positive cards, 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. Something's going to pay off for them. Something is going to pay off for them a lot. It's a great time for them to appeal to the males. The males will especially look really good during Mars time. Women get the Venus time, men get the Mars time. But there's something that they've overcome and they're quite smug about. There's some kind of awards. I don't know, is that the garden parties and everything? Or, yeah, it looks good. I don't see any death or fighting or anything. So let's look at their Mercury time. Mercury is August 23rd-ish to about October 12th. And it's a very tricky time. The world. Now, we might have something going on during the Mercury time. This is our first major arcana. So Mercury time is going to be very important. Something ends in Mercury. During Mercury time, something is successfully ending, and that could be something to do with these cups here. This could be a retirement. This could be. I'm just getting like what kind of awards or something they wrap up. It's successful ends, and it's definitely in commerce or something. So I don't know, maybe do they, you know, maybe some teas or something that they stop selling. I'm just saying that because cups, so I'm thinking of something liquid. They're also very successful in stopping lies about them. Success on Mercury is good. You're very, Mercury is the trickster energy, and you can definitely get scammed during Mercury time. And this tells me they have successfully averted a big scam. Yeah. Well, let's see what Jupiter has for them. Their Jupiter time. 7 of Cups. They won't know where to kind of go after that. So something is ending in the Mercury time. And then, so that's when they are at Balmoral. So perhaps, maybe they decide to sell part. I can't see that. Maybe this will be the last time the family goes up to Balmoral. Something's ending, and it's during their Mercury time, successfully ending. Maybe they're just, maybe sometimes this can be their thwarting an attempt on them, right? Because this is the trickster energy, this is the scammer energy, but they're successful in overcoming it. Perhaps somebody tries to break in at Balmoral, but they're successful in keeping them out. Because that's when the great losses are during your, I'm just going to come out and say it. That's when Queen Elizabeth died, in their Mercury time. And if I would have done a reading, I bet they would have had the world, the ending, the success. So that's what I'm kind of stumbling over. And you know what? I'm just going to say it. So is this the ending of somebody? And then we get to Jupiter, and they've got a bunch of things that they've got to get done here with they got confusion, perhaps a little bit of delusion. They've got choices to make. That's what kind of got me got me choked up a little bit, I suppose. Not crying, just choked up. How do I say this? Almost like a confusion. What do they do? What's next? Choices, too many choices, especially on a Jupiter. Now, here's the thing. No matter what they choose, it's during Jupiter time, it's going to be right? But sometimes you get analysis paralysis, or you overthink things. I'm thinking here because Jupiter expands things, right? So it's going to be an expansion of confusion, an expansion of choices. It's not, and this is from about October 13th to about, I think it's December 6th-ish. So there's something going on here that there's just, it almost feels like too much to do, because Jupiter expands you have this choice of 7 things. Well, now they're 10, now they're 12, now they're, and that's that generally happens after there's a big change. All right, anyways, let's get to Venus. Now, on the other channel, I explained, so last year, was a Saturn year. Those of you who followed the ancient planetary system, I kept harping on you that it's a Saturn year. It's a Saturn year. This year is a Venus year. And how do you know that? Because you go backwards. So, the year before Saturn was the sun year. The year before that was a moon year, etc., etc. So we have Saturn. So this year's a Venus year. Next year will be a Jupiter year. The year after that will be a Mercury year, etc., etc. And it just rotates every 7 years. So this year is a Venus year. So a Venus year is actually the Empress year. Are we going to see an Empress on the throne by the end of this year? Remember, this is the royal family. If you want to know more about the Venus, go watch it on the other channel. I'll tell you a little bit here. Venus, of course, is pregnant with possibilities. Venus loves their luxurious goods. But that's the royal family anyways. They buy quality over quantity. And that's all Venus. But what this is telling me is a Venus year. Are we going to see an empress on the throne? And we have to remember, Camilla is not an empress. She is not the mother of the future king. Diana was the last empress. Well, would have been the last empress. The empress before that was the Queen Elizabeth, because she's the mother of the future monarch. Before that, we had the Queen Mother, etc., etc. And so the Empress is coming with Venus. And here's the other thing. Catherine is a Venus personality. Catherine will always be beautiful. Venus people are always beautiful. There's just something, there's a je ne sais quoi about them that no matter, they could be plain looking, they could be disheveled, but there's just something really, a natural beauty about Venus people, men or ladies. Like Brad Pitt is a Venus, stunningly handsome man. And you know, there's just something about them that is very attractive. And I think with it being a Venus year, and look at, so like I said, it doesn't really start till March 20th, but it's like a sunset. So the vibration of Venus has already started, and Saturn's starting to bow out. So we've got both of them vibrating now. And then it goes the other way. So it's like a bell curve almost. So we saw Catherine on St. Patrick's Day looking absolutely stunningly, gorgeously beautiful. I don't know how many more words can I describe her. So elegant. I keep telling you, Catherine is coming into her queen persona more and more each day. She's definitely shedding the Princess of Wales look, and she just, even the way she carries herself, the way she holds her carriage, the way she talks to people, the way she even holds her Guinness glass, very regal, very queen vibes, huge queen vibes, and that's just going to get stronger and stronger this year. So let's see what's happening for the royal family in this Venus year. King of Swords. You cannot make this up. Who's the King of Swords? William. If you've watched my channel long enough, you know the King of Swords is William. I had a really great question. Why is William the King of Swords? Is he not a Cancerian? Yes, he is. But we have so many Kings of Cups in this family. I had to differentiate them. So the King of Swords is William, because if he was born even a couple of hours sooner, he would have been a Gemini. That's how close he is to the cusp. It's not even like days, it's like hours. Interesting, Andrew is minutes. If he would have been born minutes before, he would have been an Aquarian in the 29th degree. But he was born in like 6 minutes Pisces. And William is similar. So his dad's a King of Cups. And so to differentiate them, William, here he is. Are we going to see these two on the throne by the end of this, by next spring, 2026? Are we going to see the King of Swords and his Empress sitting next to him? Wow. She's definitely getting an upgrade here. King of Swords can grant favors, legal favors, actually. So is she legally going to become queen? This is somewhat fascinating. For the world, justice landed on Venus. And I'm wondering if, and justice has a sword as well. I'm wondering if some big justice is going to go down for Catherine this year in a positive way. Perhaps like somebody in the sugars will be charged with harassment, that kind of thing. Very much protected. And you know, the thing is this is for the whole royal family. I think William's going to step in and look after the whole family. And that means stopping other people from disparaging the royal family. I think he's going to bring honor back to the royal family. Carrying a big sword. And swords, what do? They cut things out. So it's almost like cut it out. So this will be fascinating. So let's see Saturn. What is Saturn? What's the bird? Oh, King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Interesting. We end with 2 big kings and only 1 major arcana. Now, Saturn is your earth, your the land. Saturn is the earth. Saturn is things that are deep in the earth. Saturn is the karma maker. I think that we're going to find that the royal family has done extremely well for themselves by this time next year. I think they are going to be in a much more respected spot. I think that they're going to have a lot more control of the land. I don't know how that's going to happen, but that's what we have on Saturn. I think there's something very earthy about this. Perhaps it's the earthbound prize. I think overall the royal family is is going to do very well. The King of Pentacles is great success in your careers. We might even see some retirements. Usually 10 of Pentacles is retirement, but King of Pentacles on the world, on Saturn, tells me that's more retirement, because Saturn is retirements. So perhaps somebody who's risen to the top has decided to retire out to the country kind of thing. I think that for the royal family, they're actually, Venus is going to smile down on them greatly this year. And I think I mean, they never really have to worry about money, but I think they're going to especially do well on land this year. Any kind of land deals they have, harvests, that kind of thing, they're going to do really well. I wouldn't be surprised if we see, remember, Catherine is a Venus, and Catherine now has the ability to give royal decrees to things. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Catherine give a royal decree to a nice wine. I know that's bizarre, but that's kind of what I see here with the King of Pentacles on the world. I'm wondering if some royal family members end up moving to Spain. Like we know August and August and Beatrice, Eugenie and Jack, they have that property in Portugal, or they run a property or something in Portugal. I wonder if they're going to go somewhere in Spain, or if there's going to be some kind of connection with the Spanish royal family. Because that's what Saturn is putting out here with this King of Pentacles, is that Saturn is rewarding the royal family this year with Pentacles, with success, with great land opportunities. And also King of Pentacles is Taurus, which is Spain. And we have the world here in Spain. So is that what Saturn's trying to tell me? That perhaps one of them is going to retire to Spain. And there's a couple of independently wealthy royal family members that would be able to do that. I wonder if it's Andrew. I wonder if Andrew's going to retire to Spain because it's much cheaper to live there. Interesting. So there you go. There's the royals, the natural planetary cycles that are coming up for the royals from March 20th, 2025 to March 19th, 2026. So now we wait and see. I can't wait to see what this one is here. I honestly can't. Like, what awards can they get? There's a bit of smugness here, though, so who knows what happens. All right, so YouTube's going to show you a video you possibly haven't seen. Why don't you click on that, and I'll see you over there. Thank you for watching. Take good care. Bye for now.